She is indeed, Rob. And what a challenge this is for the gold medal winner of the 100 hurdles. And the woman, of course, who now famously or infamously had the women's 100-metre gold medal taken away from her after being first across the line. She's going to run the anchor leg. The Australian team in order is Jodie Henry, Pirani Steinert, Olivia Toro and Sally Pearson, running fourth in an event that she's not at all familiar with. But Mel, you do have some 400-metre form against her name.
Yes, this is a big experience for Sally. She has never run a 4x4 and it's very courageous of her to do this event. She contacted me earlier to see what tactics I could give her, the experience that I've had, and I know exactly how she's feeling right now. It is the unknown. There's a little bit of fear. You look at it and you think, oh my gosh, it's a whole lap. It's a lot further than 100 metres. But I have a lot of confidence in Sally. She's a really tough competitor. She just needs to get out there, be relaxed, do not panic, and just let all her years of hard work come to fruition in this event. But we've actually got Jodie Henry, who is starting off this, who is the fastest athlete out of our 4 girls, so she'll really set it up. I saw them all, you know, cheering on or giving Sally a hug before and saying, look, it's all going to be okay. She just has to really relax and run with the other athletes. And if there's anything left in that tank over that last 100 metres, just pump those arms as hard as she can. Australia's
won the event at the last 3 games, but this is going to be very tough tonight. Having said that, it's hard to know how it's going to fall. The fastest qualifier in yesterday's heats was the home nation, India, so this could be a highly charged event. They were just under a second faster than Australia, with Canada next quickest, but you wouldn't write off 3 or 4 other of the teams in that field. Nigeria, Uganda, England, Australia, Botswana, of course, anchored by the individual 400-metre gold medalist, Amanda Monchot. Imagine if Sally was defending 6 or 7 metres against her on the last leg. Then India, Scotland and Canada. Yes, if Monchot's coming behind Sally, she'll have to really step it up. But I actually think Nigeria is the favourite in this, Tim, because yesterday dropped the baton and they were looking really good up to that stage. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come down that straight as number 1. So Folashade Abigan to run the first leg for Nigeria. Margaret Etten, 17-year-old, to run the second leg. Uganda, probably the outsider in the field. They were the slowest through the round of heats. That's Justine Bayiga, who's going to run the first leg for the Ugandans. England's lineup: Kelly Massey, Victoria Barr, Megan Beasley and Nadine Okier. The English team has started well tonight with gold medals in both of the sprint relays, but not quite as dominant, on paper at least, in this. Here's the Australian lineup: Jodie Henry to run the first leg. Yes, we've got a wonderful crowd here tonight, and you could just imagine with the Indian team how much cheering there is. And that's the thing with the girls, they just can't panic. They've got to make sure that they just run their own race and just make sure that they get that baton. When you see them take off, there'll be a massive stagger, and Jodie will have to make sure over that last 50 metres that she really kicks on through to pass it on. Well, there's the reception for the Indian team as it's introduced to the crowd here. Manjeet Kaur, the first leg; Sini Joshi, the second; Ashwini Akanji, the third leg; and Manjeet Kaur will anchor the Indian team. Scotland: Gemma Nicol, Ailey Child, Catherine Evans and Lee McConnell, who surely will be running her last Commonwealth Games race. Be nice to see her running for a medal on the last leg. And that's exactly who Jodie Henry will need to chase, is Lee McConnell. There's Sally. She's probably thinking, what was I thinking at this stage? But I'm sure she's going to do a great job for the Australian team tonight. 400-metre individual gold medalist sitting, watching. She's got a little while to wait. Each leg is a lap of the track. They run the first full lap and then the first bend of the second leg in their lanes. So the stagger is quite exaggerated. significantly beyond how it is for the individual 400-metre event. Sally waits. Crowd quietens as we await the starter's gun. Second last event in track and field at the 19th Commonwealth Games, and away they go. Canada the outside, Scotland second from the outside, then India, Botswana. Jodie Hendry making ground on the Botswanian first leg runner. Then it's back to England. Nigeria making good progress, getting past Uganda over on the inside. As they move into the second half of the first leg, just remember the stagger continues for another bend. Jodie Hendry looking to push Australia right into this.
Yes, Jodie really needs to kick here because she really needs to set up this race for the Australians, because as we said, Sally is on the last leg, which is going to be a very tough gig for her. But here we're going to go into the second change with Kieran Steinhardt.
And India might have made the change first, although Nigeria changed very quickly, and the Nigerians get to the front. As they're about to come out of their lanes, it will be Nigeria, India, England. Steinhardt with the baton for Australia up in fourth position, followed by England and Scotland.
And India is just on fire here. They're just going to really try and make an impact coming around here. And Steinhardt is a very experienced 4x4 runner in our Australian team, and she really needs to pick it up, because as you can see that she's getting swamped a little bit now, and hopefully over this last 100 metres. But it is an incredible race, and as I said, Nigeria is going to be one of the tough ones to beat, and at this stage they're way ahead.
17-year-old Margaret Etten hands over the baton. Casual change. Nigeria lead India. Then it's England. And now Olivia Toro has it for Australia in fourth position. So Australia certainly in medal contention, but Nigeria with a handsome lead in the back straight for the third time.
Yes, Nigeria looks like they have this really wrapped up at the moment, and as you can see, Olivia is in fourth position. She hasn't had a lot of experience at this level, actually only in the heat previously yesterday, and now she'll really need to start kicking home if we're in with any chance whatsoever of a medal.
Gap closing, a Bogan Loco of Nigeria struggling, and India might get to the last change in front. Look at Olivia Toro for Australia.
It's an excellent run by Olivia. She's just pumping those arms. She knows she's got to get to Sally, and Sally has to just make sure she doesn't panic. She has to realise.
India changing in front. India, Nigeria, and Sally Pearson with the baton for Australia. Surely she couldn't win from there. India and Nigeria shooting it out in front. India without a track gold medal since the flying Sikh Milkha Singh in Cardiff more than 50 years ago.
And Uda Musso was actually the 400-metre gold medalist in the hurdle, so she's got a challenge there.
Mandeep Kaur running for India, and with the crowd providing the wind beneath her wings.
And look at Sally Pearson.
Pearson gets into third.
She's trying to kick. This is an experience she's never had before.
India's the story. Kaur in front. India on the track to win its first gold medal in 52 years. India, Nigeria, England the bronze.
And the crowd goes berserk, and so they should. What a wonderful experience, and being a part of it. I honestly thought Nigeria was the team to beat, and there they were going against the 400-metre hurdle gold medalist.
It's as though the city of Delhi knew that this was on tonight, because they've come in and virtually filled the stadium.
And it's a school night, Tim, and they're still here.
It is history. And sometimes you wonder about the way in which the fates work, because Manjeet Kaur, Sini Jose, Ashwini Akunji and Mandeep Kaur have won the women's 4x400-metre relay for India. The first time India has won on the track at the Commonwealth Games in 4 years, and Sally Pearson has run herself almost literally into the ground.
That was an incredible run by Sally. I got Rob De Castella just do a little hand time over here, and it was unofficially, of course, a 52.6, and she was so gutsy. She's just such an incredible athlete. I just couldn't believe how well she was going around that 300 metres, and she tried. That is what you call lactic, Tim. I'm telling you, it is not fun. And a lot of 400-metre runners experience it, but not too many 100-metre hurdle runners.
I think that will be the last one she ever does?
No, I don't think so. I think that, I mean, she'll say that right now, it'll be the last one she'll ever do, but when she goes back, warms down and feels human again, I think she will always have a place in the women's 4x4, because honestly, that was very impressive.
So there's more than one story here, but certainly the euphoric one is the Indian story. A gold to India last night in the field. The host nation went 1-2-3 in the women's discus, and tonight, to the joy of this packed house in Delhi, they've won the women's 4x400 relay, the second last event of the track program. They won it in 3 minutes 27.77. The silver to Nigeria, just under a second back. England third, Canada fourth. Sally Pearson anchoring Australia, running herself into the ground. The Australians eventually finishing fifth, and Sally is still paying the price as we get back to Dave Colbert and the field action.